Girl A-Lo. I am the $1 trillion lady. And I know it's been a minute, but it's been so much stuff going on in my personal life. But y'all, I promised you guys I would bring you the sauce. I would bring you gems. I would bring you game. And today is no different. I have my beautiful sister, my beautiful friend. She is going to come and she is going to put us all on game. She's going to put us all on game about how to lose this weight so that we can get right for the summertime, because I know everybody want to be summertime fine. Okay, so go ahead, share this out if you can. I know the share button is down here at the bottom of the screen. This is a Trillionaires Insiders exclusive. So if you are not, get inside of our Facebook group, which is Trillionaire Mindset Only. Trillionaire Mindset Only. We are about 754 members and growing. But I'm also going live on my personal page. So if you're on my personal page, I'm just giving you guys an inside scoop of what we do inside the community, inside the group. But y'all, no further ado, I'm going to bring up my guest today. And if you're watching, make sure you drop in the comments some fireballs. Make sure you speak. Let me know you're on here so I can know that you're in the room. Let me make sure we're live right now on the Facebook group. There we go. Wait, or is this from this morning? Let me make sure we're live in the group. Hey, hey, y'all. If you're in the room, speak. Let me know you're in here. Don't come into the room and not speak. I know your mama raised you better than that. Hey, love. I see you, Amelia. Hey, Amelia. Good to see you, love. Good to see you. All right. So, without further ado, let's get. Hey, KD achieving goals in life. My sisters are in the building. All right, you guys. Well, let me bring up my sister and my friend. Y'all give it up. Drop some fireballs in the comments for my girl, Miss Keydella Fuller. Y'all drop some fireballs. Yay! Hey, Keydella, how are
Hey,
you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me here today.
Girl, thank you so much for being here. Number one, your energy is just infectious. Like your smile and like your glow. You're just someone I just want to be around. So I am thankful for the opportunity to be able to call you friend, to call you sister, and to be able to just have you in my life. Like, thank you. You've already been such an inspiration. Like, you got me looking at myself differently. So, thank you. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about why health, why losing weight, why is this important to you? Like, why is gut health? Wait. Let me back up. Please introduce to those who do not know you who you are and what you do.
I'm Keydella Fuller. I am a cardiology nurse practitioner by trade. So that's what I do 3 days a week. And on my journey to find answers to my husband's chronic fatigue, I found and fell in love with functional medicine and just the more holistic way and unlocking your body's potential to heal itself. So that's really what got me down this path on wellness. And I started my company, Fuller Health and Wellness, to help others do the same, whether that is managing your weight, working on chronic fatigue, dealing with some other chronic health conditions like diabetes or other symptoms that no one can really seem to pinpoint kind of what's going on. And that's really where I come in, and that's my specialty. So that's how I got here. In
Yes.
that process, bringing in the gut health, in that process of finding answers for my husband, I realized that I really hadn't been taking care of myself. Like, I
Mm,
was becoming one of my cardiology patients. My cholesterol numbers were going up. That midsection was like just getting bigger, and I literally was doing nothing different. And I wasn't sleeping as well as I should have been sleeping. Still eating fairly good, but my A1C numbers started to rise as well, and I was getting really close to being that pre-diabetic stage. And
mm,
being in cardiology, three things that go together is high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes. So these three things are, they really impact your health tremendously and put you at high risk of not only having heart issues, but even having a stroke. So many of these chronic conditions plague our community.
mm.
So that was really like my wake up call. Like, I need to do something. I'm becoming one of my patients. I know how this ends, and I don't want to be there.
Wow. So, what was the first step after you had this realization, like, I'm becoming one of my parents, like parents, Jesus, patients. Like, what did you do?
So I think the biggest thing for me was like getting that aha moment.
Mhm.
And that is what kind of pushed me into wanting to do better because I know what to do. I teach
Right.
people what to do it all the time, but just having that life-changing moment to do it. I've since learned that we don't necessarily need to have that super impactful near death experience to decide that we want change.
Mhm.
We just have to make up our mind that this is what we want to do. So
Mhm.
that's what I help my clients also with, shifting the thinking and shifting the mind and the belief, and saying like you don't have to be on your last leg. You don't have to have the diagnosis to start making the changes now.
That is so good. Okay, so mindset. And shouts out to Bridget. Hey, Bridget, we see you in the comments. Thank you for being here. Shouts out to you, Cheryl. Shouts out to you, Amelia. Thank you guys for being here. And if at any point you guys have any questions for Keydella, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to ask her. But okay, so you
Yes.
get your mind right. So that's one of the first things is to get your mind right and to decide that enough is enough and I have to change. Like, what is something that we can do like right now to just move the needle a little bit in the direction towards health and just changing things around for us?
Just being conscious and being aware of what you're doing. So many of us are living, and it seems like we're conscious, but we're doing things for so long, it kind of becomes second nature, and we do it without even thinking. Just kind of like driving a car. Like you get in the
Mhm.
car, you remember turning it on, then you get to your destination, and you can't really recall what really happened unless something out of the ordinary, somebody cuts you off or something. But really, we live in this like unconscious state. So just being mindful of the choices that you're making,
Mhm.
especially when it comes to food, and why you're doing it. How are you feeling when you make this choice versus make another choice? So I would say just being aware of what you're doing on a daily basis, and maybe kind of dig a little deeper. And okay, if today was like a bad day as far as like food wise, what happened today or the day before that led to these changes? One of the
Mhm.
big things that impacts your food choices the next day is sleep. If you're not getting enough sleep, there are studies that show you tend to choose more high calorie, more negative high fat foods, which then leads to gaining weight.
What? So not sleeping enough could cause you to potentially gain weight?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. So all this hustle, hustle mentality. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep. So how? Okay. So how much sleep is necessary? Do you think per night to keep you from not gaining weight from not sleeping enough?
So sleep is a touchy subject because, some people are like, oh, I need 4 hours and I can function. I need 7 hours, 8 hours. So the recommended amount is 7 to 9 hours is what I like to teach. 7 to 9 hours, because sleep is very important, not for not gaining weight, just for the body to do all of the things it needs to do to promote its own healing. It
Mhm.
can only do that when you're asleep. When you're sleeping, when you're in a fasted state, the body is able to, do the restoration and find damaged cells and restore them and do the self healing that it needs to do. So if you're not getting enough sleep, then you're kind of cutting your healing short.
Wow. Oh, wow. We have people in the comments that are dropping wow. Like that was just wow. And so I didn't even know. So the healing process happens when you're asleep. Did not even Keydella, you dropping all type of gems. Amelia says, well, I'm totally sleep deprived.
Yes.
So so what do we need to do in order to like what are so okay, so you're saying basically get more rest could help with could that help with losing weight as well, or does it just keep you from gaining weight?
Oh, it helps with just maintaining. See, the body is amazing, right? So
Uh-huh.
it doesn't necessarily want to be overweight and stressed, but it's in survival mode. So if you it responds the what by what you give it. So if you give it a natural calming healing environment, one that it has all of the resources that it needs, it's automatically going to release the weight, right?
Wow. Girl, you're putting
Yeah.
us in so much game. So, what is a typical, normal, healthy, natural environment for your body to heal? Like, what does that look like? Or how do we start moving towards a healthier lifestyle to get ourselves together?
So many different ways you could do it. One that I mentioned is sleep, right? Making
Wow.
sure you're aiming at least for 7. In like a perfect world, 7 is like good. And you want those hours between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. You want to be asleep by those times because it's like best sleep time.
Really? Wow. Okay. So what was the time? I'm writing this down. 10 p.m.
10 to
And you
2
said
a.m.
two. So I need to be sleep around these times. And what's a good time to start waking up? Like, is it too? Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, is it
So it
too early?
depends.
Uh-huh.
So you could decide how much sleep you need. Say you want to wake up at 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., then just count backwards 7 hours and see what time you need to start winding down and get to bed.
Okay. So definitely 7 hours of sleep though.
But
Gotcha.
if you're only getting 5 right now, going from 5 to 7 is a big jump. So I like to work in increments of 15 minutes. So either that's staying in bed for an extra 15 minutes or getting to bed earlier an extra 15 minutes until you kind of get that and build up that habit. And then 15 minutes turn to 30 minutes, 30 minutes turn to 45 minutes, and then you get to your 2 hours extra that you need.
I've not heard anybody say to get more sleep. Like people's like, get up earlier, go to sleep later, get up earlier so you can do more stuff in the day. But us as entrepreneurs, that's how we're kind of taught, like to get everything done. Like you got to cut your time off, cut your time in half, like get up earlier, go to sleep later so you can get everything done. But you're saying that behavior could be potentially causing us to gain weight. That just blows my mind. Because
And the
it's
reason for that, sorry to cut you off, but
oh, you're
the
fine.
reason for that is really just stress. Like, so when we
Wow.
think of stress, we think of it like, either that good stress, like I have this deadline coming up, I need to do this, and I'm motivated to get it done. That's one type of stress. That's healthy stress. Sure. Then we have the other type of stress from food, lifestyle choices that we're making. We have other types of stress from anxiety and worry. But then we have even stress from when our body is not getting rest.
Wow.
That increases our cortisol level, and that goes hand in hand with insulin. Cortisol level goes up, insulin level goes up, and then that's how we start to gain weight.
Wow. Y'all. Keydella is dropping gems. Y'all, if y'all are enjoying this, drop some fireballs in the comments. And if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. And we do have one from my girl, Katie, achieving goals in life. Her name is not on this question, but she asked, what if we already get at least 7 to 10 hours of sleep? Eating habits are good and we exercise, but it seems that the weight loss has stopped.
So she's
Any
at
advice?
like a little plateau.
Plateau.
So I would say one, I would like to look into the eating habits a little bit more and see because a lot of the times we're not getting enough protein or we're not eating enough calories because if we want to lose weight, we can't necessarily be in a starvation mode all the time.
Well,
So
but I heard that we're supposed to be in a calorie deficit or something though, and isn't that sort of kind of starving yourself a little bit?
yeah, I did a post about this I made a reel over the weekend about just this because I used to think the same thing that we needed to have less calories in, more calories out kind of mentality, but
Right.
it works for a little bit and it works for some people, but it's not really getting to the root cause of the problem, whether that is a hormone imbalance or stress imbalance or food lifestyle imbalance. And one of the big things that plays a role in this is leptin, which we'll be talking more on my masterclass coming up tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
Oh my
So I
God.
don't want to give too much info on that.
No, 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 no. But that's great. So there is a culprit that we need to pay attention to that we're not aware of. So we think sometimes that gaining weight is solely because of the food that we eating. But basically
Right.
what you're telling us is that it's deeper than it can be deeper than just the foods that you're eating. So if you're eating the right foods, you're exercising, there can still be another thing going on internally that is causing you to gain the weight. that is a little bit more
Correct.
quieter. I hear you, sis. I hear you. And you brought up there's going to be a master class tomorrow night. Could you tell us more about it?
Yes, it is unlocking sustainable weight loss. Three key areas you must address in order to lose weight and keep it off. And no, it's not necessarily all about keto and all about dieting. So definitely join us tomorrow, 8 p.m.
Wow. So losing 20 pounds of fat and
Yes,
keeping it off.
yes.
Keeping it off. So you're saying once you learn this system works, that it will just work for you. Like, because you continue to keep losing weight. Can I add another 20 pounds to that? And
So you go until you kind of hit your goal, or whatever
uh,
that goal is for you. It's different for everyone, and everyone's timeline is different too. So once we balance this hormone leptin that I'm going to talk about,
mhm.
um, like I said, the body kind of knows what to do. So it will automatically start releasing. Those food cravings are going to go away. They're just going to disappear. You'll naturally be able to, portion control without starving yourself.
So food cravings are not normal. I mean, they're not natural. Like that's not like so when I be wanting like I don't know, pickles or mushrooms or olives or something, that's not normal. That's just not my body telling me that's what I need because that's what I've always heard. I've heard that your
Yeah,
cravings are based off of your body telling you what you need more of. Is that
correct.
true or it is?
It can be, but then there
Okay,
are also some cravings that are just kind of ridiculous. Like, I just ate. Why am I like wanting to eat again? Like, you
true.
know, like that kind of overeating type of craving.
And that could be because of something, an imbalance within your body. Is that what you're
So,
telling me? Cause girl, you putting me on so much game. I was like, I thought this was just me not getting full.
yeah, so there's different hormones that your body makes that tells you when you're full and when you need to keep eating.
Mhm.
Ghrelin is one of those hormones that plays a role. But also, your fat cells make a hormone called leptin, which tells your body to keep the fat on versus to release the fat and burn the fat. So that's kind of really what I focus on is getting that leptin regulated so your body can then sense the signals the right way to say, release the fat and let it go.
Okay, so you're saying you can do all the dieting, you can eat all the foods, you can exercise, but if you're not taking care of the root problem, that gut and all your back fat and all your jiggly arms is just gonna be your friend until you get to the root source of it.
Yes. And the fact that you brought up that it's your friend is because it really is your friend. Like I said, the body is built, when God made us, He created so many, like,
I'm sorry,
it's
my
okay.
husband is the only person that can get through on do not disturb. I apologize. Okay.
It's all right. As I was saying, when God created us, He created us with so many like backup systems in place, right? So it's like one thing is not going to come and just derail the whole human body. So fat actually plays a role in that. That's where we store toxins in our body that we
Mhm,
cannot excrete.
mhm.
So the more fat we have, the more toxins that we have accumulated over the years that are stored. And one of the big things that people tend to gain weight back after losing weight is they're not cleaning up those toxins properly and they just get reaccumulated and then stored again in fat.
Oh my gosh. Like, oh my gosh, Keydella. So, wow. And you have a coaching program too where people can you tell us a little bit more about well, I know, no. Get in her workshop tomorrow. Her master class is going to be tomorrow. But I have one more question for you too. And yeah, so that's my issue. I'm always snacking, healthy snacks, but snacking, how do you control this? This is from Amelia.
Yes. So snacking could be a couple different reasons. Either you're not getting enough calories throughout the day or at your meals. Either you're not having the right balance of healthy fats and proteins versus simple carbs that your body tends to break down faster and you get the glucose spike, which is going to make you crave more foods. Um, so that's one of the big things. And again, this hormone leptin is what I was mentioning before, plays a role with the snacking as well. but we want to have a couple hours in between our meals so that our body can digest and clean up and do the things that it needs to do in between. So snacking all throughout the day is not a good thing.
It's not a good thing?
No, you want to have at least like a 2 to 4 hour window between your meals.
That's not what I've been heard. I've heard you're supposed to have like 5 to 6 to 8 meals a day with snacks in between. So what is the w how many meals are we supposed to have per day?
So some people need a snack, especially if they're just starting off with balancing their hormones and doing this weight loss journey. And some
Mhm.
people do well with 3 meals and 2 snacks to start off. But then I try to get rid of the snacks and just have 3 meals. And really, you can get if you're eating enough and you're eating a balanced plate, then you can get all your calories that you need just from that.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm on live, guys.
Okay, closing the door for you. Got somebody coming through.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yes, on live currently. Um, but okay. Keydella, yes. Shouts out to Katie achieving goals in life. She said we are going to be some fine trillionaires. Yes,
Yes.
yes, because Keydella is in here. So, okay, we have one more question for you as well, too. How does this line up with us fasting?
So you can fast, but when you're breaking your fast, you need to make sure that you're still getting enough calories for the day. So even if you fast for just like, and it's also called intermittent fasting too, meaning that we're not supposed to be doing this forever and ever and ever and ever. So it works. Um,
Did not know that. I hear that you can intermittent fast for the rest of your life, and that's how you keep the weight off. I didn't know that that was just something to jumpstart, basically.
So I like at least 12 hours. 12 hours fast, pretty much everyone can do, and everyone should be doing, even kids. And that's really just the time you eat your dinner to the time you eat your breakfast time, the time you break your fast. So you
Uh,
want that to be about 12 hours. And again, because in that fasted state is when the body is doing the healing, the repairing, the restoration. Because then when it starts to flip and have to work on digesting food, then the other stuff kind of takes the back burner. But too much fasting can actually be stressful as well. And then it's like when you stop intermittent fasting and then you eat something, then you gain all this weight.
uh, oh my God. So we basically, you guys, what it sounds like is that there's a lot of information, but we're not getting the full information on how to lose weight. When it comes to fasting, intermittent fasting, all these type of things, like even with the calorie deficit, like I'm sitting there thinking that you're supposed to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. That's what I've heard all this time. Like drop your calories, but you're basically telling me that that's not healthy either, right?
No, and then it depends on how many calories you're eating. So, I mean, 1,200 calories, that's really truly what a toddler should be eating. So, we need to be eating at least 1,500. And it also depends on where you are at in life. If you're menstruating, if you're in your childbearing years, if you're a man, if you're a female, if you have more muscle, you need more calories. So it's individualized.
Okay, Keydella, you have given us so much game and you've given me so much stuff that I'm just so curious about. And I'm excited about your class tomorrow night. I will definitely be there tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, if you want to tap in with Keydella and her beautiful business partner, tomorrow night they are hosting a master class where they are going to help you they're going to give you all the sauce, like because you hear how knowledgeable she is. Okay. So tomorrow night you can join the class. It is resetwithkk.com. Resetwithkk.com. She's giving out all the sauce on how to lose the 20 pounds and to keep it off. You guys, it's something that we're missing. So we've been yo-yoing, and me and her kind of talked about it for a moment, like how to get off this yo-yo. Well, she has figured it out. She's not only figured it out for herself, she's figured it out for her husband, and she's figured it out for all of her clients, you guys. And I'm so excited for you tomorrow night. Resetwithkk.com. Y'all go there, register. The class is free. It's free. Is it free?
Yeah, it's free. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time.
So she is just giving away all the sauce, all the game for us, you guys, for the free ski. It's so great that we have we take care of our mindsets, and it's so great that we take care of our bank accounts, but we have got to make sure that we take care of our temples so that we can enjoy these finances, so that we can enjoy our lifestyle, so that we can enjoy life while we're here. And Keydella has figured it out for herself. Keydella, please today, if you have the time, drop your before and after pictures in the Trillionaires only, so we can see the transformation, because I'm all about bringing to you guys people who don't just talk the talk, but who have walked the walk. Keydella is somebody who I just love. Her energy is infectious. And I'm just so glad you're here and you're a part of the community. I have to ask you this. This is an off guard question, but what is it about the Trillionaires tribe and about this community that you like being here?
Well, like we were talking about mindset, we're all here with that same goal in mind to have that financial freedom. And I think it's great to just be in the room with other like minded people, especially on days when you're feeling down or questioning yourself if you're doing the right thing. Just come in there and getting that inspiration and that encouragement from yourself, especially you every morning, giving us that encouragement and those affirmations, but just to be there with other people, seeing them achieving their goals and genuinely being excited for them. Because when you express gratitude, and that's when joy and happiness really comes. So
So true. So true, Keto. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I told you I wasn't going to keep you too long. But definitely, you guys tap in with her. Reset with KK tomorrow night. What time is it, Keydella?
8 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Central time.
There you go. I'm glad you mentioned us Central folks. We'll be there tomorrow night, you guys. We're getting all the sauce and all the game and all the gems so we can lose this weight to be summertime fine. Okay. My girl Keydella has figured out all the sauce and she's going to give it to us. But thank you so much, Keydella. I appreciate you. Any
You're
final words?
welcome.
How can people reach out to you outside of the work masterclass tomorrow?
Right. So you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Keydella Fuller.
Yes, let me put it back on the screen for you. Keydella, her name. So you guys make sure you go follow Keydella on all of her platforms. Her name is right here next to her name. Keydella Fuller. Please follow her on Instagram, Facebook, all the things. But we will be seeing you guys tomorrow night. Go to www.resetwithkk.com. www.resetwithkk.com. All right, you guys. I'm your girl, A-Lo. I am the $1 trillion lady. Thank you guys so much for all the love, the birthday love that you guys showed yesterday, and all the love on the book. I appreciate you guys. I love y'all. Keydella, you got any final words?
Love you guys too. I enjoy being there with you guys every morning.
Yay! All right, you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning for prayers and affirmations, water and wisdom. And then we'll see you guys tomorrow evening with Reset with KK. Bye, you guys. Thank you so much, Keydella. It's a great day to have a great day, you guys.